Departing almost 4 years ago with a number 7 banner hanging in the rafters. This will be a night to remember. A night the legends of Olympiacos do not want to miss. In one of 4 games across the continent this evening, Asvel, who beat Olympiacos on Tuesday, already taking on Žalgiris, who lost at the hands of Monaco 2 nights ago in overtime. Slightly later, Bayern host Partizan and Milan welcome Barcelona. The other 5 games in the last double game week of the season coming your way tomorrow, including Zvezda Real Madrid in the game of the round. For many, though, this is the game here tonight. First against 4th. Olympiacos losing back-to-back games has opened the door for Fenerbahce in the fight for the top seed. Monaco remarkably only 2 wins ahead of 10th, looking to hold off a pack of teams to finish 4th and earn home court advantage in the playoffs. There are just 3 games to go now in the regular season. Before losing the last 2 games, Olympiacos have won 20 of the previous 24 to stand tall at the top. Monaco arrive with 6 wins in their last 9 and 3 wins in their last 4 to stay in the top 4. Spanoulis has helped them go to the next level since taking over from round 12 onwards, his rookie year as a coach in the top tier, and this team has all the tools to go to the club's 2nd ever Final Four. Jordan Lloyd and Vito Brown missing again tonight, but still so strong. Centre Giorgos Papagiannis and point guard Nick Calathes, both Greek internationals and former Panathinaikos players, to provide a bit of extra spice this evening. And the reigning league MVP and the all-time top scorer Mike James is another former Green, and he's wearing the green sneakers here tonight as well as he takes on the Reds of Olympiacos. Papagiannis hoping to get more action tonight on his return to Greece. Mike James is currently on his hottest run of the season. In fact, we see his season numbers here for the last 3 games: 26 points, 8 assists at Maccabi, a season-high 29.6 assists against Fenerbahce, and on Tuesday, 22 points, 8 rebounds, 3 assists, 7 fouls drawn, just 1 turnover against Žalgiris. He is catching fire at just the right time. Backed up by Elio Kobo, having a career year, 2nd in scoring and playmaking, averaging 13.4 points, 4 assists, a 53-40-89 split. The last 5 games, he's up to 15.6 points, 4.6 assists. On Tuesday, had 21 points, his highest tally since November. Olympiacos might be top, with one of, if not the deepest rosters in the competition, but they have lost games when key players have been absent this season. Tonight, main point guard Thomas Walker, big centre Nikola Milutinov, and guard Luka Vildoza all missing. Nigel Williams-Goss has been excellent as a backup playmaker. Recent signing Saban Lee stepping up as a creator too, but the offense still stifled the last couple of games. Yorgos Porzokas talked about the last game here as being one of the worst of their season. He says they underestimated the opponents. He will not underestimate his former player Vasilis Spanoulis tonight. And they need Sasha Vezenkov, the frontrunner, to take the MVP award off Mike James to continue to do his thing. Vezenkov 2nd in the league in scoring, 20.2 points a game. A league 4th best, 6.6 rebounds. That's 66-41-91 split for a league-high PIR of 24.8. Tuesday was his 3rd best game of the season, scoring 25 points, 10 rebounds as well. And Evan Fournier, back to form on Tuesday, also had 25 points, but the rest of the Olympiacos team only had 20 combined. Fournier's averaging a league 10th best, 15.8 points, making a league 5th best, 2.6 threes. And at centre, with Milutinov missing a game, Mustafa Fel needs a big night against Daniel Tice, who's hit the ground running after signing for Monaco last month. Over 5 appearances, he's averaging 14.8 points, 6.6 rebounds, 1.2 blocks, a 20 PIR. That's good enough for 6th of all players in the league, had he played enough games. Fel, who started the season injured, does lead the league in 2-point accuracy. He's regaining his power in terms of rebounding and shot blocking now as well. These 2 teams both top 5 for points. Olympiacos, the league assist leader, shoot better in all categories, grab more offensive rebounds, but Monaco scoring more points by playing at a higher tempo, committing the 2nd fewest turnovers in the league, and they actually force the most turnovers as well, and they rank as the 3rd best team for limiting opponents' assists. So that is a key area tonight against Olympiacos' ball movement. On the benches, Vasilis Spanoulis, who was Final Four MVP en route to Olympiacos, winning their last 2 championships in 2013 and 2012. Yorgos Porzokas, who led the Reds to that last continental crown 12 years ago, and his previous spell on the bench when Spanoulis was also league MVP. The Peace and Friendship Stadium in Piraeus, ready for a night that will only happen once. Olympiacos' greatest ever player returning for the first time in this competition since his retirement from playing a legendary career 4 years ago. Now the head coach of Monaco, Vasilis Spanoulis, his current and former clubs both amongst this season's title favourites as they start tonight 1st and 4th in the regular season. We're ready for the official introduction, starting with the travelling team from the French Riviera. 19 and 12, their win percentage actually the same under Spanoulis as it was the first 10 games this season under Sasha Obradovic, when they started 6 and 4. Although none of their wins under the previous coach came against top 6 teams. Spanoulis debuted with a 3-point win at Panathinaikos. They lost by 9 at home to Olympiacos in his second game, his first home game, but they've since beaten Fenerbahce twice, including last week, and Bayern as well. So 4 of Spanoulis' 12 wins have come against top 6 teams. Tuesday's overtime win over Žalgiris made it 6 wins in their last 9, 3 wins in their last 4, after they beat Fenerbahce last week and also won in Paris in round 28. They've scored 91 plus points in each of those last 3 wins. Mike James launching that offense on his best scoring streak of the season, playing under a man that he idolizes, Vasilis Spanoulis, for what he did in his 11-year career here in Piraeus. In a season in which this club celebrates its 100th year, this is a night on which they celebrate one of the biggest protagonists of that century-long story. Vasilis Spanoulis, Olympiacos' all-time top scorer and playmaker in European competition, 2nd in steals, 3rd in appearances, and most significantly, a man named Final Four MVP and Final Four top scorer as they won the latest 2 of the club's 3 continental crowns. First in 2012 in Istanbul, and then in 2013 in London, when they were down 17 points early to Real Madrid. Spanoulis would hit 5 threes in the second half alone, including a dagger from near centre court, and the rest is illustrious Olympiacos history. Named Euroleague MVP that season, many here believe a future chapter in this institution's great stories will see Spanoulis back as head coach of a club known here as the Legend. They're introduced to league best 22 and 9, but losing both of their last 2 by 11 at Asvel on Tuesday and by 8 here against Crvena Zvezda last week. They've averaged just 71.5 points across those 2 defeats. They've previously been averaging 87 points a game. It is their worst run since October, after they lost 3 of their first 5, including back-to-back games at Efes and Bayern. Those defeats came when Milutinov didn't play. After that, until last week, they'd won 20 out of 24, including 6 in a row, despite the main point guard Thomas Walkup being injured. But with backup Nigel Williams-Goss out as well, they scored just 73 points against Zvezda here last week, and then missing Milutinov and Vildoza on Tuesday, just 70 points at Asvel. No Milutinov again tonight. We'll see if they can get the offense moving and hold off the challenge of Fenerbahce for top spot. Yorgos Porzokas has criticised his players for saving themselves for the playoffs. He wants the top seed. Vasilis Spanoulis wants a seed in the top 4 for home court advantage. Says it feels great to come to a place with so many memories and so many people who had such a big influence on his life. Lots of players who know each other from past employment and from international duty. Lots of links for a game that would be befitting of a place in the rivalry series. veritable sellout crowd at the Peace and Friendship Stadium in Piraeus. And as we get set to find out your starting fives here tonight. For Monaco, Calathes and James, the backcourt. Blossomgame and Diallo in the forward positions. And Mother Younas, who's not been playing as much since the arrival of Daniel Tice, gets the start at centre. Two changes to the starting five for Monaco tonight after the game. They went all the way to overtime just 2 nights ago. For Olympiacos, Williams-Goss is the only recognised guard. Vezenkov, Papanikolaou and Fournier, the forwards. Foul starts at centre. For them, that is the same starting five that lost at Asvel 48 hours ago. So much history here for Spanoulis. We haven't yet talked about the significant history of Olympiacos versus Monaco. The Monegasques only in their 4th ever year at this level, but these two clubs have already developed a considerable rivalry. In Monaco's debut year, an epic playoff Game 5 here that saw the Greeks reach the first of their now 3 straight Final Fours. The following season, they ended the dream of the Principality Club again, winning a semi-final meeting at Monaco's first ever Final Four. A game in which Olympiacos were down 12 at half-time before producing an unparalleled 27-2 third quarter for the ages to turn the tie on its head. Monaco, you feel, are yet to fully heal those wounds. Last season, they became the first ever team to blow home court advantage in a decisive playoff Game 5. On that very same night in Barcelona, Olympiacos would win their Game 5 on the road, becoming the 2nd team to do so. And that clutch ability to step up when the pressure is at its peak, something Vasilis Spanoulis sewed into the fabric of this great club. As not just their greatest ever player, but perhaps even the greatest in the history of the European game. Now from the bench, he's looking to bring that Kill Bill mentality to Monaco as they aim to become kings of the continent for the first ever time. His former club and his former coach hoping they've added their new legendary closers, with Olympiacos favourites to win their first title since Spanoulis himself went to the next level in London in 2013.